Hello, thank you for joining me today. So, today we are going to be briefly talking about how to stay grounded when the mind wanders in meditation practice, which I get quite often that question. And somebody on Facebook actually happened to message me that. And so that's why they call it practice or meditation practice, because we are practicing to observe the mind. So, a lot of people think that when we start to meditate that we need to clear the mind, it needs to be empty of all thoughts, and that's simply not going to happen. And the mind is constant and a changing entity. So the practice of mindfulness meditation reminds us that the brain always contains thoughts, feelings, and emotions that change, disappear, and reappear throughout the day. And if you're old enough, you may remember a song called The Windmills of Your Mind. And I think Sting has done a remake of that song, so you can check it out on YouTube. And so the phrases go something like this: like a circle in a spiral, like a wheel within a wheel, never ending or beginning on an ever spinning reel, like a snowball down a mountain or a carnival balloon, like a carousel that's burning, running rings around the moon, like a clock whose hands are sweeping past the minutes of its face, and the world is like an apple whirling silently in space, like the circles that you find in the windmills of your mind. And so we may notice a pause between these thoughts and these whirling feelings and emotions. But knowing that the mind is a constant, even when we sleep, we can look at it in an observant way. When we can sit with the fluctuations of the mind and observe it. And so then, like a boat that you don't want to drift away, we can use an anchor. And so if the mind wanders away into thought, and it will, as soon as we recognize that, we can choose an anchor. And so we use the anchor to gently bring back our attention to the present moment. We acknowledge the thoughts or emotions and then return our attention back to our anchor. And so this anchor can be our breath moving in and out of our nostrils with attention at the tip of the nose, perhaps, or the rise and fall of your belly and chest as you breathe in and out, or the awareness of the body resting on the earth, or maybe a sound, a constant sound in your environment, or a hand on the heart. And so, whatever we choose as our anchor, we can use this anchor to gently nudge and kindly bring us back to the present moment. And so, just remembering that we can't stop the mind from thinking, but we can train ourselves to use our anchor or our tool when things get chaotic, or we're sitting in meditation and noticing the mind wandering into thoughts and maybe thinking or dwelling on some emotion. So we can use the anchor as a tool to bring us back to the here and now with compassion and kind attention. And so that's really important, to be kind to yourself. Sometimes when we meditate, we get frustrated, and we can sit with that frustration and kind of notice that it comes up, and then gently letting it go and bringing us back to our anchor that we've chosen. And so then I'd also like to add that sometimes movement before meditation, like walking or running or yoga, some cardio, even weightlifting, and breath work for some before practicing meditation, can help settle you into a meditative mind. And so those are just some things to remember that the mind is always going to think, that we can't clear the mind completely, but we may notice the pauses in between thoughts, especially after we practice meditation for long periods of time. We might start to tune into those pauses or those quiet times in our mind that we notice that there isn't any thoughts or emotions. But it's usually a brief pause. Some people can make that pause longer than others. But then you'll notice as you sit in quiet stillness that the mind starts to bring up thoughts again. It's just going to happen. It's cyclical. It just happens that way. So when we just befriend the mind and know that that's what the mind is going to do, and that's what it's there to do, is to think and to observe. It's meant to do those things. When we notice that and we tune into that, then we can know that we can observe and let it go. And so meditation really is watching the mind like leaves on a stream or clouds in the sky, like I bring up in some of my meditations, and just watching it and then bringing yourself back, bringing yourself back, bringing yourself back over and over again. It's a constant letting it drift or noticing it and then bringing it back with our anchor. So let's find a comfortable seat, or you can lay down, making sure that the head, neck, and chest are lined up, that we feel comfortable in our space. And if you're seated, you can bring a soft gaze to the earth or close your eyes. If you're laying down, you can close your eyes or keep the eyes gently open, whatever feels best for you. And let's tune into our breath now. I'd like for us to do some cleansing breaths first, and then we'll move into the meditation. So let's start by taking a nice, slow, deep breath in through the nose till you can't inhale anymore, and then pause and exhale through the nose or mouth if you'd like a sigh, letting all the breath go till you can't exhale anymore, and then begin your inhalation once again. Through the nose, inhaling till you can't inhale anymore, pause, and then exhaling all the breath out. Pause, and then inhale one last time. Pausing at the top of the inhalation and exhaling all the breath out. And then returning back to our normal breath. And just noticing the breath moving in and out of the body without changing or altering the rhythm of the breath. Noticing how this breath is feeling today, any struggles, any ease. And perhaps choosing an anchor. So we can choose the anchor, the tip of the nose, breath moving in and out, the belly or chest rising and falling, our seat on the earth, our body resting on the earth, feeling the support of the earth, or maybe placing a hand on our heart today, or maybe noticing a sound in the background, a fan, air conditioning, heat, the gentle hum, birds chirping outside. So finding our anchor, And so knowing that we can come back to this anchor when we feel the mind is wandering. And the mind can even wander when we do guided meditation. And then moving your awareness and attention to your body as you scan the body, working from head to toe, feeling, noticing tension, tightness, holding in the body. Relaxing those places, softening those places, perhaps using the breath, inhaling into tension, exhaling, letting it go. Just tuning into your body, letting the body give you feedback. Just like a pilot checking in with the plane before takeoff. We're doing the same with the body. And if we notice, again, any places that still are resistant to letting go, we can simply send those places love. Sending resistance, love. And so just like befriending the dark and light side of ourselves, we're doing the same with our bodies. Befriending the whole body, including the whole body, not just the part of the body that's easy to relax, that's easily to be moved. Just parts that feel maybe some pain. We include all parts of ourselves, giving all parts of ourselves love. And then gradually moving your attention to your mind. As we open the curtains to the mind, how is our mind feeling today? Do we notice busyness? Do we notice calmness? Tiredness? Anxiousness? Do we notice lots of thoughts coming in and out, sticking around or moving quickly and easily through our mind? Maybe the mind is clear. Maybe we are lucky enough to notice the pause in our thought stream. And do we notice any emotions today? Strong emotions, maybe light emotions, happiness, joy, elation or sadness, anger, frustration, fear. We can hold all of those emotions in our heart space, holding them with compassionate awareness, kindness. We embrace our emotions And then we can gently let them go as we return back to our anchor, whatever anchor you've chosen. To be here now in this present moment experience. Letting our thoughts and emotions come in and out, embracing them and letting them go. Never pushing them away. It's a gentle letting go. Embrace and letting go. We know that our thoughts and emotions aren't who we are. They're just a natural phenomenon that goes on in our mind. As we constantly bring our attention back to our anchor, to our present moment experience. Observing how the mind brings up past and future events that haven't even happened yet. And bring yourself back over and over and over again. Sitting with spacious awareness. As we sit with spacious awareness, we rest our weary minds. If we feel tiredness, see if you can adjust your body a little bit, lengthening upwards. Coming back to your anchor. In the quiet stillness, we see how things really truly are. And now we'll gently bring our attention back to the space that you're in, allowing your awareness to expand outward. Feeling the space, deepening your breath, adding some gentle movement to the body, perhaps wiggling fingers, toes. And when you're ready, slowly open your eyes. And remember, you always have an anchor. You can always bring yourself back to your present moment experience, even just moving around in life. Things feel chaotic or stressful. Find your anchor. And thank you for practicing with me today. Wishing you a wonderful day.